Right, Kieran, I was playing this earlier, right? I don't know if you remember, I played this when it launched, and I said, game's shit, right? They was originally launched it with AMD's Vulkan, right? This is number 2, yeah? I played number 1 a lot, but I didn't play number 2 very much, right? It's been fixed. It's been patched. So, I'll show you why it's good, right? Now, first of all, I need to turn off the music. Because you can actually listen to internet radio in the game. So you can listen to like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. Like all actual music. So we don't want to do that. Right. So I started playing earlier today. So this, I've got to level 5. I just slightly turned down my computer. So I'm just going to show you around the game, right? So you have out here, this is the main shop, right? So this is where you have stuff for sale, apparently, but these are not actually my things, right? You can just put here for sale PCs, right? In these places. Now, I've got 6,348 in the bank, and I've called it Barry's Breaking PCs, right? So I got to level 7 earlier. I played it for like an hour. And you see that clock there? It shows the actual real time, so 6:10, right? Out here, this is where we do like PC repairs and stuff. Now, you can actually do a lot more things in this than the original game. And I don't know if you can see, but when I'm moving around, it's actually very smooth, right? So in the options, you see I can put 165 FPS. Now, I've got everything maxed out, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use a program. I think it can do it on MSI Afterburn. Oh, fuck off, dude. I just want to press that. Right. It annoys me when you drag something out of WinRAR to the desktop, it doesn't go exactly where you put it, so I always have to open up this desktop like this and then fucking find it. Right. I do not want to do Norton 360, you dickhead. Right. The reason why is because I want you to see the FPS. So this is actually a good program, right? And I'll teach you how to set it up, right? So for anything that's not on Steam, because on Steam I've got a little FPS in the top corner. I like to know the FPS at all times. Right? So you install along with MSI Afterburner the Reaver Tuner Statistics Server. So you get that installed. And it'll probably tell me to restart my computer, and I'll say suck my balls, right? It did not, right? Okay. So this is MSI Afterburner, right? Now then, if we go into settings, on-screen display, toggle on-screen display, we want a key that I don't normally use, right? So I'm going to do hash. I don't really use that in games, right? So that's the toggle on and toggle off, yeah? And then you go into monitoring and you choose what you want, right? So if I just press apply and then minimize that and I press hash, nothing happens, right? even though MSI Afterburner is open here. So, with the on-screen display, show in on-screen display. You see this? You have to select, right? So this will show bare stuff, but you've got to click one by one what you want. So for example, if I want to show, Ricky's trying to jump on me, frame rate, I click frame rate, and then I click this check mark, and then do show in on-screen display. Right. If I press hash, why is that not coming up? Ricky, sit down, come on. Don't worry, I got this. Alright, it's asking me to do an update to Reaver Tuner, that's why. Damn it. This is why it's not working yet. Ooh. Download. Off. I don't know why they don't automatically close stuff when you're trying to update it. It's fucking annoying, right? Do you agree? So let's close it. Which one is it? Hold on. I got this. Be patient. We need task manager. And then we need to get Reaver Tuner and close it. It's worth doing, trust me. Here we go. Right. It's not even there. End task. Right. Don't mess with me. He's not active. Okay. Maybe I need a different... Maybe I need to delete this. Right. So let's put to show is hash. Oh, you can't. Add. Hide. No, wait. Show is that and hide is that. That's fine. Apply. How is this not working? Maybe I need to reopen. Memory usage on screen display, GPU usage on screen display. Maybe I need to have multiple stuff in there, so let's just go through to find FPS. Where is it? Let's have plus or equals. Apply. Okay. So minimize. Ah, there you go. It's at the top now. You see that? I just need to get the chat back open. Right. It shows the FPS, right? And it shows the GPU usage and the memory, all that, right? Ah, I can turn it on and off easy. Right? You don't even need all of that, right? You can... Ricky, I wish you would sit down nicely. You could... This is the Reaver tuner, right? You can actually run it by itself, right? Start with Windows on. It's worth having it on, right? And you can change the size, right? Ricky, sit down. So there's it bigger, and then I can make it smaller like this. So it's quite small, but you can see there 140 FPS, right? I'll just make it bigger for the time being. So you can minimize off that, but in here you can go through the settings of what you want to show, right? So the GPU temperature is 50 degrees and it's using 80%. That's actually not bad, right? It's using 7 gigabytes of memory. So let's see what we can add, right? So the CPU 1 temperature goes through every single different CPU up to 24. There's no point in doing that. You want to just show the whole CPU temperature, right? And now the CPU you can see is at 72 degrees, right? You can add CPU each core, or you can add the whole CPU. So we can add here and the CPU power just for science, right? And then frame rate, let's do these so you can see how the frames are working, right? So here, 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 and here. You always have to show in on-screen display or it doesn't work, right? Apply. Now you can see that the CPU is using 125 watts, right? And is at 5227 megahertz, right? Now, why is this important, right? If I go to options and I set VSync to off, apply, refresh rate, why can't I change? I can't change the refresh rate, but anyway, you see that this GPU is 50 degrees, right? And it's using 85%. If I turn off MSAA and I put low quality, this is what I can do, and then apply. It says that I've got to restart the game to show these changes, but let's quit and open it again. Now, I want you to see the amount of memory used as well, right? So we're reopening. Now, you see the GPU is 30 degrees now. And the memory is only 229. It's going up now. So if we press continue. Now we're still getting 165 SPF, but it's lower quality, right? But you see the GPU is only 40% used, right? It's much less, right? So you can see then what your changes have done. Like, the game looks okay like this, but if I change the settings back up, apply. Like, it's annoying you have to quit out of the game, but you can find out a lot of stuff. This will even work also in Steam games, right? I'll show you what I mean, right? we're gonna play this in a minute, but I just want to show you a few different games with these stats open, so you can see the difference, right? So we should be here at 165 FPS. It's just sort of leveling itself out. But you see the GPU is using 80% at times. Like, it's pushing this GPU, right? You get me, right? And the CPU is spiking to 70 degrees as well, right? You see that? Right, let's quit this game. And I'll show you another game, right? Some of that I've got installed. Now, I maintain that my old PC wasn't good enough to run this game, right? That was the problem. And this CPU is good enough to run this game, right? So let's choose... Tomb Raider, right? Now, when it's loading up, I expect the CPU to be high, right? This was the save it was playing the other day, right? And we'll just check what graphics options we can change. So everything is ultra, right? With anisotropic filtering, everything ultra, right? So the FPS is 165. But you see, we're only using 3.5 gigabytes of RAM. That's actually quite low compared to that other game, right? How do I get out of here? The CPU is quite... It's like 60 something degrees. That's not too bad, right? So let's try another game, right? So we know that that's using less RAM, that game, right? Let's do Sniper Elite 5, why not, right? Or we can compare 4 and 5, right? If I just add this one to favorites. So let's compare 4. Cannot do. Okay. We can't do 4, but I just recently downloaded 5, so 5 must work. Now, I'm always going to do maximum graphics, right? But so we can compare maximum versus maximum, right? That program's kind of a pain to set up, but once it's set up, it works all the time, right? You've just got to bear with it, right? If you have to update Reaver statistics, then you have to do it, right? Now, I got to fit in the RAM of this game is going to go way higher than Tomb Raider. Did it just crash? No, it opened the website. Because it wants me to join Epic Games. And that's annoying because I had the chat open, bro. I was reading it. Allow. Right. Options, graphics. So we want to always do borderless. VSync is on, so 165 FPS. I can see already that we're using 7.4 gigabytes of RAM, right? Now, this has never been played on this PC, Kieran, right? So I have to set everything up, right? Customize graphics. It's already set to medium, yeah? I don't think so, bro. Don't fuck about. Tessellation. Obscurance. Everything is on an ultra, right? Ultra settings. Right. Play. I expect the RAM to go up when we're in the game, right? Because we was on a roof up here shooting people. I don't know if you remember, right? So you see here that we've got 165 FPS locks, right? I was trying to climb up there, but I don't know if you can. But now we're using 12 gigabytes of RAM. You get me, right? But we're still getting 165 FPS locked, wouldn't you say, right? We're using 95% of the graphics card, but it's only running at 60 degrees, yeah? The CPU is about 70 Celsius. Okay. So out of the games we've tested, this is easily the most demanding game, wouldn't you say, right? Like, it's using 12 gigabytes of RAM, wouldn't you say, right? So let's test another game, right? I like testing games. But this computer doesn't struggle, right? Because I've built it in such a way where it's excellent at playing games, right? So let's just try something else. And what I'm going to try is... like, because I can play these games using, like... I've got 64 gigabytes of RAM, right? It's not like I'm going to run out of RAM, yeah? I definitely think if you're to build a PC, you need at least 64 gigabytes of RAM, right? In my opinion. But we're going to see something else, right? Now, let's try this one. Is Minecraft more demanding, Kieran? What you saying? So far, Sniper Elite 5 is the most demanding. We're going to try Minecraft. But it's all the mods 10, right? I expect this to use a lot of RAM, right? Like, I don't know about 96 or 128 gigabytes of RAM, but I definitely think a minimum of 32 gigabytes. Absolute bare minimum, right? 64 ideal, right? And it's not too expensive these days, right? So, for example, like... £171. Like, that's not bad, right? For 64 gigabytes of RAM. I spent £599 on my RAM because it was literally brand new at the time. But it's got down in price, right? So that's not bad for RAM and that amount, right? Is it? Not really. I made a second world because I wasn't happy with the first one. But I've barely played this. It looks like it's crashing, but we just need to wait. It's fine. Right, we're loaded up. So we're actually using only 3 gigabytes of RAM. You see that? However, the graphics card is not even being pushed. It's using like 30% at times. And only 40 degrees. But what I am seeing is it's not 165 FPS, is it? Why? I'm not seeing anything for... I'm not seeing anything for VSync. Right, I can actually remove that and it would tell me 118 FPS, but it is actually very smooth. Like, very smooth. I can look around instantly. So I guess that maybe... I guess that this doesn't support that sort of thing. Now, you got to remember that Minecraft runs on Java. Java's very old. I have seen that you can get thousands of FPS in Minecraft, but for some reason... we're not getting 165, but it's still smooth as hell. It's still double 60 FPS. So you can tell, you can't see, because if you're looking at 60 FPS, so I can see that that's smooth and lag free, right? So you're right, maybe that mods doesn't support it, right? Let's just test one more, and then we'll do PC Building Simulator 2, right? So what else could we test, possibly, right? So let's try BeamNG drive, right? I don't have that installed. But I just delete the folder. We'll probably download it quickly. $50 gigabytes? I don't think we'll do that. Let's try... let's try this game, because we know that this was lagging, right? And we'll be able to see why it's lagging. So we press the equals button. And the Steam FPS is in the top corner, but ignore that, right? So the top line is actually the graphics card temperature and the usage, right? So let's load the game. Now, it's doing 165 FPS in the menu, and then it's going to tank, right? Right now. We're getting 0 FPS. Well, let's just give it a chance, because it did open the other day. You see that 2 FPS on screen just happened, right? 1 FPS. Now, there is a little bit of text up there, which is unfortunate. But if I go into the shop, because you'll see a load of people coming down the street trying to come in the shop that stink, right? So really, there's a game design issue, because the CPU, right, is at 66, and the GPU is only 30% used, but we're only getting 39 FPS. Like, in the 30s, it does feel choppy as hell. Like, all of these people is not helping things. It's definitely not 60 FPS, though. And we can even compare that on Task Manager. So you see, the CPU is barely used. The GPU is barely used. So it's a badly programmed game. That's what I would say. It's not able to use the full resources of the computer. See, the memory is got lots of space. The CPU has got lots of space. And you see these first cores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These other 8 are the E cores, right? They don't have hyperthreading. And they're not getting used. It's only using the main cores of the CPU, and of which I can see that these two and these two are being used the most. So it's not even threaded through the CPU properly. It's badly designed, that game, right? In my opinion. That's why it's not able to get the full FPS, right? So that's bullshit. Like, I can compare, right? If we open PC Building Simulator, it will use these other cores. I'll just keep that off to the side while we load up. Do you see here that it's starting to use these E cores, right? There's now usage on there, right? You get it, right? Like, even when in the game, we're still expected to be using those cores, right? You see that? It's still using those cores in game. So we're using all 24 cores for this game. And that's why we're able to maintain full FPS, I reckon. So, let's play this game a little bit. I need to find my... Oh, there it is. With that game there, Kieran, the trading card game, that wouldn't affect your computer. Because you don't have these E cores. But while we're not moving around, it's not actually using them. But, like, if we do, it will start using them. I always... What app is this? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Right, let's start playing. So, right. What we can do is we can either make a lot of money, or we can do some of the missions in the game. So you get to pick, right? With the missions in the game, there'll be some different variety, but a way to make a lot of money is to build PCs and then sell them in the shop. And the more customized and, like, overclocked and stuff they are, the better, right? So we can build a PC and sell it first, so I can show you what that's like, and then we can do some of the quests. Now, I've installed all of the programs on this PC, the Office PC. So maybe we can... I'll just show you Like, we'll build the most expensive PC that we can make, right? That's what we'll do. And then sell it. We'll get bare money, right? Because in the shop, there's these upgrades, right? Where you can auto do screwing, auto put in the cables, all that. I've got them all because I made a lot of money already. I did it this morning. So, if we go on case and sort by descending, the most expensive case is that one, but I don't like that. This Corsair Obsidian one is pretty good. But I'm just seeing if it can... Let's go with that one. Right, what is the most expensive CPU? The reason we need to do the quest is because we can unlock new, faster parts, right? Let's get this CPU. And we need a 2066 motherboard. And then we need storage. Four of those. We need DDR4 memory because it doesn't take DDR5. We need a CPU cooler. We need a power supply that's not shit. $850. And then we've still got 2,000 left over, so we can get... Yeah. $6,425. Yeah. Now, we've got minus money in the bank, but that's not the end of the world. I guarantee that I forgot something, but whatever. So let's build this up. The first thing we want to do is, in the back, we want to put... We don't actually. We want to put the motherboard in. And then we want to take all this out. You know why? Because I've got bare. I've made this expensive, basically. Now, is there nowhere else to put an NVMe drive? Are you serious? Well, I've got one extra NVMe drive then. Doesn't matter. dickhead. I haven't put this thing down. Okay. Now all the cables connect by themselves, right? So let's see about the graphics cards. Now it's saying that there's some sort of issue. What? Okay, we can only have 2 graphics cards, but that's fine, right? But we can have 8 sticks of RAM. I can't get that other NVMe drive, so I overspent, right? Never mind. I can have normal hard drives in as well, right? That's the fastest CPU I've tested in this game so far. 10,000. I'll take it, right? 10,000, but can we beat 10,000, right? So 10,451, right? Let's write that down. Because we're gonna now overclock it, right? Let's just test this. Because you see, I can unlock like newer CPUs and stuff if I do some of the quests. So we'll do some quests as well, but I just want to show you building a PC to start with. This one seems to be working just fine. We'll be able to get one faster than this in the future if we do them quests. So we just want this to run. So 119555, right? Okay. So now we need to restart. Okay. Now, 10,451 to beat, right? We just put it a couple more volts. It successfully ran. 10,451 to beat. 11,1141. So that's a PB, right? .5 gigahertz. Will it crash? So 11,141 before. 1,424. What the hell? How is that possible? I think it's overheating. So I was happier with this. So we've found the max overclock, right? Yeah, 11,141. Okay. So now we check that the system is safe when we're running the overclock, right? Now, if this counts down to 0 without crashing, then it's fine, right? Okay. So that's fine, right? Now we can put some RGBs. Well, it's only coming up on the RAM, but there's not really much motherboard lights. Like, is there, but... Okay, so this PC... I just need to shut the back. This PC we can put for sale now, right? Now, it reckons that the sale price is about 7,600, right? But I don't think so. £11,000. Sell, right? And then we can end the day, right? Now I spent 6,000, so we get double our money back, right? And then if we open the tablet, shop sales, 11,000 sold, collect. So now we've got 10,000 in the bank. Hacks, right? See, I had sold some previous PCs. So that PC is sold now, we don't have it now. Right, should we do some of the quests now, right? I just paid the electric bill, okay. So they don't know what's wrong with that PC. Replace with green cables. And they want this PC painted green, right? So when you paint the case, you need to press B, right? And then go to case modding. And then you choose green. You can't do the back, but whatever. Did they say they wanted the glass done green? It doesn't say. We done the glass as well. Bollocks. Right, they said that they need a game installed as well, right? So they want Sell Out is the game, right? So we change back to build and we put in the USB drive. So we need to install the game called Sell Out, right? They've got this garbage on the desktop, so I'll install a virus scanner as well, right? No viruses. So Sell Out is here. So that PC's fixed. This other one, they want green camo theme, right? hacks, right? Now we got to see if they wanted anything else, right? I think that's it, right? These other PCs I'll get tomorrow. So this needs green cables. This one needs fixing. And you see, by doing the mission, I've now unlocked these other things. So I've unlocked a 2060. I've unlocked an 850 watt power supply, etc. And then by doing the other mission, I've unlocked these. So the i7 8700. Right, so let's... This person needed fixed by tomorrow. So this one, I'll need to buy the parts and have them received immediately. So we'll go to tomorrow. If you leave the USB drive in someone's PC, they don't get it, right? So we need to find out what's wrong with this PC, right? When you power it on, you should get some kind of glitch. Now, we're not getting anything on the screen. Try turning the power on. Often the BIOS will tell you what's wrong. It could be a broken PSU. If that doesn't help, work your way through until you find it, right? So the lights are on. So are you reckoning that the graphics card is broken? If there's no display, right? Let's test it with a graphics card that I already have, right? So, for example, this. It works. But it still says that it's not fixed. So it says diagnose and fix. So let's see if they've got any bare viruses, right? Any bare virus. No viruses. Now I'm seeing the fan for the CPU go round. The graphics card that they had was the RX 570, right? So if we bought one of those, exactly one of those, we need to find out which one it is. RX 570 Gaming 8G, right? It's this. Since it says it's not fixed, I'm going to test the temperature of the computer, right? System info. Let's have a look. Now it says that I've got one hard drive, 16 gigabytes of RAM times 2, right? The CPU is running at 45 degrees. 32 gigabytes of RAM usable. So why is it still not fixed? Let's go and look at the email. I think I need a new PSU. It's making a funny growling noise. I keep getting graphics errors. So he reckons the PSU is toast. So we can find out, right? Let's see if we can run Cinebench without it crashing, right? Seems to be working fine, right? So he had an Antec 750 watt power supply. So the other one, it says that it's faulty, but it's not broken. Faulty. We'll just sell that. Now the diagnosis is fixed, right? So they wanted some stickers on it, right? I think chili pepper stickers would look cool on a PC. Can you do that? So now we pick it up and then we change the case modding, right? So we get our stickers here. They diagnosed and fixed my PC, and the chili pepper stickers were a nice touch. Hacks. Right then. This other guy wants green cables. So I need to buy those. green cable. I believe this was the same PC that I colored green before. Now, does he want any other hacks? I think it's done, right? He gave us 5 stars, right? This guy needs a Ryzen 5 6-core 1600X, but let's just have a look at it. We've got all of these parts, including the i7 8086K, of course, right? That's a lot of parts, right? But bare parts. And even more bare parts. My PC looks downscaled. Ryzen 5 1600X. This one, I'll reject that one. But you've got unpurchased items in the cart. Okay. Obviously, I'm a dumbass. Now, this guy's PC looks quite hacked. It's a PC from the zoo. Kind of interesting, right? That looks dirty, right? It's like it's got finger marks on it. But that wasn't me. I think it's done. Hopefully I get 5 stars. Yep. I think I have a virus. Okay, we'll do that. You can just change these for free. Whoops. So this guy's got better viruses. Why has he got such a small motherboard in that case? Is he a dumbass? Don't you reckon? He's got a pretty fast PC though. Game stickers on the PC and red plastic one. So he wants this actually modded, right? We need to check what stickers he said he wanted. Games stickers. Right. Now this guy, it says we need to set all of the RGB to one color. Blue with music effect, right? Now, does he want anything else? Now, that other guy only gave me 4 stars. He can suck my balls. This other one should be done, though. He gave me 5 stars. Ah, Kieran, your CPU is now unlocked. Should we build up a new PC, yeah? And then sell it? Because we can use your CPU if you want. Hello, my CPU is not unlocked. Your one is. That's coming tomorrow. Right, this should be a Hacks PC, right? Maybe that. Aha, this is what I want. So there must be a shop section for that. I can't seem to get it from there. GPU blocks. I'm not understanding. There must be like a water cooling app. Am I just blind? Definitely not in there. I need to put this in the cupboard. Right. The works PC. I can see that it's dusty. Like, it's really dusty. Can't seem to have the water cooling shop. I must be stupid. Maybe you can't do water cooling yet. Doesn't matter. So this is with Kieran's CPU. Let's go. I didn't buy a CPU cooler. I've got a feeling that I didn't buy any RAM, but I've also got a feeling that I did. Yep. Now that started pretty fast. 5,674. Okay. What do you reckon this PC is worth, Kieran? Dual graphics cards, though, right? So it's actually running this faster than the one we built earlier. Probably $2,000. In the game, though, it's more, though. I reckon I could get at least 8,000 for this PC. If I put it for sale. Like, it's blasting through this benchmark, right? That's what I'm seeing. $12,000. That's the record. Let's put it for sale. 5,900. Yeah. Now you can delid CPUs and stuff, right? We need to finish some more missions though to get to that point. 8,000. What about 9,000? Too high. 8,999. 8,500. 8,900. X. 8,900. And it sold for 8,900. So I got 14,000 in the bank now. You can sell stuff for well high, don't you reckon? This guy wants red, blue, and green cables. So we need red, blue, green cables. So right, I see. Here. Axe. I know what's happened. You need to go through each of these. Axe. That's actually pretty cool, isn't it? Red, green, and blue custom cables. I reckon that one is meant to be one color, one is meant to be not like mixed like I did, right? Let's try again. This is the third time I've bought these. Oh. Red, green, and blue. Ah, the hard drive. I don't get why it's... Oh, I got nothing in there that's green. Did I screw up again? Like, there's green in the picture. There's definitely green in it now. Then now that works. Okay. Is that all of the job? That one was annoying. 5 stars. Okay, suck my balls. Leopard skin his case. That's all they wanted. It doesn't say anything else. You have to check though, because you don't want to get like one stuff. This guy needs to be able to play a certain game, right? So you need to get rid of their dust first, because they'll complain if it comes back dusty. So there's a game that they need to run, right? Which is Delinquency Day 9 min spec, right? So they need more video memory and they need a graphics card. They need a 1060. Bollocks, they can have a 1070. Complete. Now, do they want any other jobs? I want document reader. I was trying to go home. 5 stars. I want 4 terabytes of storage and spend less than 200. And they want plastic white cables. Bro. Bro. Stop giving me bad jobs to do, right? Bad jobs. Right, Kieran, I need to make roast chicken, so I'm gonna have to get going now. It's like 8 o'clock. Because it'll take a while to roast, right? But this game's pretty hacks now. When it first released, it was kind of shitty. So they've actually got it working properly, which is good. Don't you reckon? Because normally I say that a game is shit, but that display that tells you like FPS and stuff, that's so handy, right? You can see like memory, what's going on, you can see graphics, what's going on. And bear in mind, right, if you don't have much RAM, games will try to use less RAM. It's a Windows thing, because Windows will make sure that Windows can run and then allocate spare RAM to the game, right? So the more RAM you have, the more RAM you'll use. That's how it works, right? So like if I close this, you can see that I'm using 11 gigabytes, but it's dropped down. I was using more than 16 earlier. I'm using 11 gigabytes to run Windows, right? Is what I'm saying. That's quite a lot to run Windows. So your first like 10 gigabytes is used up anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get going now.